Today's tech tip is about effectively sharing substitute plans with a substitute teacher. There's some effective ways to share your plans with a sub. You can go old school and have pencil and paper. You could share them via Google Docs with a link that you send them, or you can put it in the staff sharing folder on the staff server. So if you go old school, that means that you would leave a hard copy. A benefit of this is that paper and pencil don't usually have technical glitches. There's no problem with the links, anything like that, because there aren't any. A con of this is that you can't put in links to any videos that you want students to see, or you can't have a student log in and show Google Classroom. Or if they're misplaced, then your sub doesn't have any plans and nothing that you wanted to happen can get done. So to share your plans electronically, it's good to remember that substitutes are checked out a laptop. Yes, they have internet access. No, they cannot get to your Google Classroom or to your GoGuardian teacher account. A pro tip here would be to print out a hard copy to leave as well as have a sub buddy to which you could send a link to your plans, and then this can keep your class moving forward even if you misplace your plans. So if you're going to create your plans electronically, which most of us do, you're either going to do this in Drive or in Word. So let's talk about Drive first. In Drive, you can share the plans with your sub via their email through ASOP. A pro tip here is to create a subfolder in Drive, named Subplans, and share it with anyone with the link. And then anything you create or place in that folder will have the right permissions. Let's look at how to do that. So I have an example substitute folder that I've created here, and within this folder I have my subnotes for a day that I'm going to be gone. Now I could go into my subnotes and go share. This is key in leaving plans for a substitute because all of our Google document files default to this anyone at Camas School District with the link can view. But your substitute isn't really anybody at Camas School District, even though they have a temporary login. They don't have all the permissions. So if you copy this link and email it to your substitute, they'll get a message that says you don't have permission to see this file. So I'm going to click on the little crumb here. I'm going to click on More. And then I'm going to choose anyone with the link can view and save that. Now, if I copy this link and include it in an email to my substitute, they'll be able to view. So I've set permissions on that. Now, the pro tip said if you create a subplans folder, like a substitute example folder, if I set the permissions, the sharing permissions, and I right-clicked to get to these, if I set the sharing permissions here, see it defaulted with anybody on the link can view, I come down here to More, and I choose anybody with the link. Notice it doesn't say anybody at Camas School District, it's anybody. And I save that. Now anything that I put in this folder will have those permissions. So in the future, once I've set that up, and I open and I go to share my plans, it will always say anyone with the link can view, and I don't have to worry about my sharing being wrong. So I have this. I'm going to copy the link. I need to send them to my sub. So I've logged into ASOP. Here's my ASOP. And I have a sub coming next Tuesday. I view the details. And this is how you email your sub. Right here it says status. It's filled by, and there's a little email icon here. There's also an email icon here. So I would simply click the email icon and I could say sub plans, and I can send a message that says here's my plans for Tuesday. Let me know if you have questions. And then I paste that link. And then I click send. And the sub will receive that in their personal email. Now, what if I've created those subplans in Word? I can do it the same exact way, except then I attach the file. that I've created. And I have a Word document here with my subplans on it, and I can attach that file and then say, here's my subplans, let me know if you have any questions. The nice thing about emailing teachers or sharing their subplans with them electronically is that all of your links then should work. Keep in mind that if you're putting links to presentations that you have for the day, that you need to also put anyone with the link can view on those presentations, or they won't be able to show them to the class. So I've showed you how to share your plans through Drive, talked about the pro tip, talked about sharing permissions with anything you want your sub to use for the day. And then I've also talked about how to attach a Word document in an email. But what some don't know is that we do have a substitute folder in the shared file if you use the files on the server. So I'm going to show you how to share that now. So now I'm in my Word document, and I want to put this in the shared file on the server so that a substitute can access it once they get to school. So I'm going to go Save As. I'm going to choose Browse. And then I'm going to choose the iDrive, Staff Sharing here. And then there's a folder at the top called Substitutes. From here, I can choose my school. So say I'm at CHS, and once I'm in my school, I can create a folder like a lot of these teachers already have. I can create a folder and save my plans there. If I have any PowerPoints I want to save, I can put them there as well, and then the sub can access those when they get to school. And that's just been a few effective ways to share subplans with a substitute teacher. Remember, go old school, leave paper, send it via Google Drive, through email, or save it to the shared folder on the drive.